But yeah, welcome to the Hip Hop Hustle podcast. We're back. We got another week, another show, and I'm extremely excited about my next guest, the one, the only Alexcis. Man, absolute pleasure to have you on the show. For anyone who isn't aware, we're recording this just before the album drops, but the album will be out now. So for anyone who hasn't listened to it, go get it, go run to it. It's called Who Can I Run To? You can actually run to Alexcis. He's answering that for you. So that is going to be out now. Make sure you check it out. I'm going to be listening to it for sure once it drops. So man, absolute pleasure to have you on the show. And for me as well, you also released Hotel Lobby, which also came out earlier this year. But man, yeah, absolute pleasure to have you on the show. I'm excited to talk to you.
I'm excited to talk to you. I don't know why.
I love that. What a compliment. I'm excited. I don't know why I'm excited.
You have a very inviting energy to you. Like, I'm just like, you like, if you were my neighbor, you're like, hey man, you want to come over and just like, I don't know, watch a game? I'll be like, yeah, I'm down. Why not?
Well, if we were neighbors, we would be drinking together right now. I'm jealous that it's like in the middle of your day, you get to be drinking. It's 7 a.m. for me. And, I can't say I've never started a day like this, but I probably shouldn't start the day like that. But yeah, I'm excited, man. You're also very friendly. I think that's why the energy vibes very well. That's why I wanted to interview you. I've never seen you give off negative energy, and I think that comes through in your music as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people like that don't know me or don't hear my music first think I'm just like this like very serious person, and I'm just like, hi, how you doing? Like, what's just whatever. Because I have a thing where I realize it's like, oh, maybe they're not talking to me because I'm not talking to them, and they're just be like, oh, why? Like, I'm not gonna talk to them unless they talk to me, So I just trying to be nice all around. I don't know.
I mean, do you think you give off serious vibes? I don't think yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But I know a lot of people that have come to the studio I've worked with will be like, damn, bro, you hella cool, man. I thought you was about to be some serious dude, bro. Like, I thought you didn't fuck around. I was like, ha, ha. like I have fucking SpongeBob on TV, bro. Like, what do you mean? So yeah,
well,
yeah.
Well, how is it? Because obviously a lot of people take music so seriously. Like they actually don't fuck around. They're like super intentional. When they're in the studio, they're not having fun. They're like, I'm here for work. I'm like super zoned in. Like, how do you deal with those types of people who are like, that's just my process?
So luckily I'm blessed. So I don't know if you know, I have genius tatted on right here because I think I'm a genius. I don't know me. And luckily with those people, I say hello, what's up, chop it up. What do you need from me? Okay, let me get that done for you. I do it and I leave. I'm out of there. That's what it is. But luckily I've been able to everyone that takes themselves super serious and they take the music super serious, I feel I've had a knack to just break that wall down. And we're just always goofing. Like, I don't care who you are. I don't care how big of a star you are, whatever. I will tickle you. Like, I'll be like, this is dope. Tickle, tickle. Like, out of nowhere. I don't know why I do it, but I feel it just loosens up. I feel it just loosens people up. It's weird as hell. Like, I remember, I'm not going to say how I tickled, but I like did it and they looked at me and they were like, bro, you crazy, bro. You crazy. I was like, all right, we good. So I just feel I have that in me where I could just break people's like serious walls down and we can just goof around and joke and they just see me as like a homie, like automatically just like as a homie. Like, I don't want to be coworkers. I don't want to be collab mates or whatever the fuck. Like, I just want to be friends and I just want to make music. That's why I make music to begin with, is so I can just have fun and really treat this as like my dream. The minute I start feeling like it's work, I'm like, bro, I'm just quitting. Like, I think a lot of people take this as like, oh, I need to do this. I need to post on this. I need to post this. I need to post this. I've gotten to that, but to me, I'd be like, bro, I don't really care to post about it. Like, I make music for myself and I'm happy. Like, I live in a studio apartment in LA and I'm having the time of my fucking life. Overpriced studio apartment in LA, but I love it. I fuck with it, And if tomorrow someone said, hey man, like, we're gonna need you to come in at 9 a.m. and check out at 6 p.m. and you just make music, I'll be like, I'm good. catch me. I'm going back to Arizona. I'm all right.
Yeah, would you just go independent, just do it your own way and do it your own thing, and just like be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do it on my own terms?
Yeah, I just honestly, I make music for myself, bro. Like, I think a lot of people get caught up in, if I would have known, like, growing up that being an artist would have entailed being a TikToker, being a engineer, being a videographer, being this, being that, like being all these little things to be an artist, I would have been like, I'll be a doctor or some shit. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll be something else. That's how I feel. Cause now it's just too much. Like, I don't want to be famous, bro. I really don't. It just so happens that I think I'm getting there, or like I'm getting to a point because people like me and I make good music. I make fucking good music, and I
Yeah.
good fucking music.
You do. And you would be the funniest doctor in the world. Like,
True.
it would be so funny to walk in and then the first thing you do is like, tickle, tickle. Like, that would be the weirdest experience.
Like, imagine like I was that person that like I like check those people to see if they're fertile or something. Like, I'm that a fertility doctor, and like tickle tickle, you can't have kids. Damn, that would suck.
That would be the worst way to deliver that news. I don't think there is a worse way to deliver news like that.
I think my license or my practice or whatever would just be revoked immediately.
I feel like you'd have two types of customers: customers that love you so much because it's so different and unique, and customers that only come once and never come back because they're so annoyed.
True. But then they go to their other doctor, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, this fool sucked. Let me go back to the other fool, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Honestly, I hate doctors. I went to the doctor the other day. I walked in feeling good. I walked out overweight, and I walked out with high cholesterol. I was like, what the fuck? I walked in here, it's good. I thought I was healthy. Crazy.
Yeah. What is it? I think men don't like doctors in general.
True. I don't like anybody that tells me anything about myself in general. like I don't know.
I think that's what it is. Men don't like being told about themselves. They're like, don't tell me, I'll tell you about me. Like, I know me better than you know. And I don't know, my family and my relatives were always like, it's always like, go to the doctor, and they're like, I'll be fine. Like,
I'll be cool. It's all mental. It's all mental.
Yeah. I'll have some tea. True. And that's it. I'll be fine.
True. I have a friend that's like that. Like, I'm sure we all have a friend that's very like, it's all in your mind, dude. Like, the minute you tell yourself, I think I'm getting sick, your brain is telling your body, I think we're getting sick. So then you're getting sick. And I was like, I don't know if that's how germs work, but all right, if you say so, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, that's bro science.
No, yeah, bro science. You know, I've been saying, damn, bro, I think I'm losing weight for the last 2 months. It hasn't happened. I'm gained weight.
That is unbelievable. Let me ask you, who would you, if you got to tickle anyone, like anyone ever, right? You got to pick, who would be like your number one?
My number one, honestly, I think George Bush.
I don't know why. I didn't expect that to be your answer.
Yeah, like George Bush or like Bill Clinton, like one of those fools that are just like nobody likes them, but like I feel like, you know, it would just be random, and they would just look at me crazy. Like, I feel like if I tickled Donald Trump, that shit would be crazy. That would be fucking crazy. I'm down.
I feel like he would weirdly be down for that.
Yeah. You know what? No, we take it back. No, Donald Trump. No Donald Trump. I don't know. Maybe Hillary Clinton. She could use a good she could use a good tickle here and there.
Do Bill first and then get Hillary.
Yeah. That'd be wild. That'd be a wild time, eh?
Yeah. Hopefully you get invited to the White House and you get an opportunity to do that.
True. I don't even think they're allowed in the White House. I don't know. Not sure.
Maybe at some party.
Yeah. I don't even think I want to be at their parties now that I think about it. Their party's probably different.
No, they're probably not drinking from bottles.
True. Actually, now that I think about it, now that I'm actually thinking very like clearly, I think Rhea Ripley. I would love to tickle Rhea Ripley.
I feel like she's gettable. Like, I feel like she would be one that, like, you know, considering who she is, like with the WWE, I feel like she could be down.
Yeah, no, you know what? I think I already have it planned out. I have to become super famous that the WWE invites me onto Raw or SmackDown or whichever show she's on at the time. And then like one of the segments is where like I tickle her and then she just knocks me out.
Yeah.
Like that's the segment, you know, because I'm pretty sure her what's her dude's name? Buddy Matthews, her real life husband, Buddy Matthews. I don't think he'd like that very much. Or Dominic Mysterio, her WWE boyfriend. Why do I know so much about this? I don't know.
I don't know. Why do you know? Although this is bro science low key because we're manifesting this plan right now. So when it comes to fruition, we can say this is the place where you and I we spoke about it, and this was the beginning story of it.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And you're gonna be there filming it all. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, yeah.
We're taking the shots of manifestation. Shots of manifestation.
Yeah, you're gonna have to drink 2, one for me as well.
That's 1. Ooh. That's 2. There we go.
Yeah, your listening party is going to be so much fun. I'm so jealous that I'm not there.
That's if I make it to it. No, it should be good, actually. I've gotten a lot of... I think the thing that sucks is that I think I'm a very responsible, moderate drinker. Like, you know, I'm just drinking, I'm chilling, I'm having a good time. I'm taking sips. Like, when I'm taking these shots, it's just sips. It's just little sips, you know, sippy poos. So I be chilling, but I feel when I get with people, you're right. Like, I already have people like, bro, what bottle do you want me to bring? Hey, bro, you want something special? I'm like, no, just bring what you want, man. Just bring what you want. We'll take a shot of whatever you want to take. So I'm estimating taking at least 13 shots, and then after that, I'm probably blacking out.
I like that you're ready. You're planning for it. Because how do these things usually go for you? Like listening parties, what are they usually like? What's the experience that you have? You've obviously dropped a few albums now.
So this would be my third listening party. My first one was when I first started, and it was actually dope. I actually fell down the stairs. Nobody saw, thank God, but I fell down the stairs. I like skinny, like so that was that one, but it was cool. It was Hennessy all around. Everyone was having a good time. It was cool. That was when I was first starting. The second one, I was a little emotional because we ended up renting out like a rooftop from a bar, like a bar rooftop, and the capacity had to be like, I want to say 150, 200 people, and it was like shoulder to shoulder, like it was crazy. And I was like, dang, all these people came to like listen to my shit. This is crazy. Like I was like kind of crying on the inside. I was like, damn, it's cool. And obviously, left and right, everyone, let's take a shot. Luckily, you know, I had a friend at the time. I was like, hey, bro, every time someone wants to take a shot with me, let me just slide it to you and you take it for me, please. And he was like, I'm down. Because he has this in his head that he's like, bro, because if you become famous, I could just be your designated drinker for you. And I'm like, yes, that's great. I love this idea. Everyone needs a role. You know? So, yeah. So today it should just be a lot of cool people should be sliding through. Like people that I grew up listening to probably gonna slide through. A lot of like big industry people should be sliding through. So it's a little nerve-wracking now because I have to wear my big boy pants, you know? I can't be belligerent. So it should be cool. It should be pizza and shots all around.
So how does that feel? Because obviously, like, you know, you want it to be fun, you want to have fun, and you've got people going that are important, that have, you know, all within the industry that have the ability to be like, hey, I'm a fan of this guy, open doors for you and continue opening doors. Like when you actually think about it, what's that process like for you? Because it's a balance. You want to have fun, and it's not all industry people. It's like family, friends. They're also going to be there. But then also you want to put on a good show for the people who are within the industry as well.
Well, I think the good thing about this is that I don't have to overthink it. Because I think a lot of people that are coming also are just not fans of my music, but just a fan of me. I'm blessed to people have told me like, bro, you're just a good guy. You're just a great guy. Like you're a person I just want to hang out with. And I find that cool because I definitely want to change the shift of what of like being an artist or a pop star or whatever it can be. Like it doesn't have to be I have to have a perfect symmetrical face, and I have to have a hot killer bod. You feel me? Like it's okay. I'm a chubby Mexican man, you know, and I think it's cool. I'm just your everyday regular person. Like I probably look like the person you hit up to like buy your weed. Like, you know, that's me. And just so happens I'm singing amazing. You know? And so I think that's why they're pulling through, they fuck with me, and I can just be myself. As long as I don't hit somebody or say something crazy, I should be all right.
Well, I think that comes through the most. And if there's anything about music is people don't like liars. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like the thing that gets people caught out all the time is they're pretending to be someone they're not. And everyone's like, nah, I know that guy. I grew up with him. He's not like that. Whereas like for you, no one will ever be able to say that you're not exactly who you are.
No, for real. It's like this is what I kind of say. Like, I hate listening to music where guys would be like, "I'll fuck your bitch." Like, I took his bitch, but like, I'll make music about like somebody fucked my bitch. Like, damn. And it sucks, but it's relatable. You know, I feel nobody likes to talk about that, and I feel that's the things I like to talk about. You know what I mean? I like to talk about like, I'm not this cool guy. I miss this girl. Or like, you know, every once in a while, cool things happen though. You know, sometimes we do meet two girls in the hotel lobby. That's cool, you know. But other times, you know, we might be in the club and we might get turned down like 13 times. I don't know.
Why do you like to talk about those things?
I just feel it's just real. I don't. I personally don't like to talk about drugs a lot because I don't have a drug problem, but I do partake a little bit. You know, like I have anxiety. I have sometimes, you know, I'm a little depressed. Sometimes I do want to get away from reality because, you know, just everyone has those thoughts, but I like to keep it fun, keep it light, but also show that it's a balance, yin and yang, you know, for the fun. It can't always be fun. It can't always be fucking parties all the fucking time. Sometimes you go home and you don't want to be at home, but that's what it is, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
And how do you deal with that? Because being a musician, the highs and lows are like polar opposites. Because you do get the fan adoration, you do get the like full celebration, you do get like a lot of people being like around you and pumping your ego, and all those things feel great. But then how do you deal with the contrast of like the low in comparison is so extreme?
I think it's just I mean, you just deal with it by dealing with it, you know. I think some people can't handle it or can't deal with it worse than others, and some people deal with it better. Like some people can just shrug it off and be like, I'm good, like whatever. And some people just fall into that pit. And luckily I think I'm able to just be like, damn, like, you know, sometimes I'll feel sad out of nowhere. I'm like, that's just because I'm thinking about this. Like, let me get my head out of that. Like, my mind, like, your mind's a dangerous place, man. You can't be in it. You just can't be in it. And I think that's what it is. I don't know, man. And also, I mean, I have this kind of helps sometimes. You know, it helps when I'm high. This gets me high. When I'm low, even lower. You know, but
Yeah.
but no, I'm cool. But that's why I made the project. Who can I run to? Because I think that's what's important too, is that I think a lot of us try to just keep things to ourselves, and you know, sure we go like sometimes that's why people I think go to clubs. That's why I think people go out. That's why think people listen to music is because they want to run away from something. You know, they want to like, or they listen to something that they relate to, or like, oh my god, they explained this in a way that I couldn't explain it, and I think that's cool. But sometimes, you know, once the music turns off, once you leave the club, once the TV's off, like it's just you and your thoughts, and sometimes it's not cool. But that's when you're friends. That's when reality kicks in, and hopefully you have nice friends or you have great family members that can be there for you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's low key why I made Who Can I Run To? Because it's kind of like, sure, shit is cool and all, but once the lights turn off, like who's really there? So yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's a great question to ask. Anyone should ask themselves, like, who can I run to?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
if it was all to turn to shit, who would still be in my corner?
Yeah, like who do you think's in your corner? Who can you run to?
Well, I think I'm very blessed to have family in my corner. Like, I have a great relation. I've got two brothers, my parents. So yeah, my brothers like always know that they're in my corner. My girlfriend now, I know she's in my corner. I've got very close friends. Like I wouldn't say I have heaps of friends, but I have close friends that I know that I can turn to and trust. And I think that is helpful. And then I've also learned over time, and something you talked about is like intrusive thoughts and being self-aware enough to be like, no, that's just bullshit that you're doing to yourself. Like
True.
you're just fucking with yourself. Like that's an intrusive thought that you're like just, and if you have two options. You either call it out for being bullshit, like within yourself, or you think about it and it just gets worse. And I've just been like, no, like I'm overthinking about the shit. Like I'm over being paranoid and like all those things that can come into your brain that are like, oh, maybe that person doesn't like me. It's like, no, stop it. Stop.
They're probably not even thinking about you.
No, they're not.
They probably think you don't like them, and it's really you and that person creating this energy towards each other just because you guys think that. But in reality, it's just you're not saying hi or something. You know, I don't know. Like perfect example that now that you're saying that is like the other day, like 3 days ago. There's this artist I started working with. Like I respect the artist a lot. I think he's dope, and you know, I grew up listening to him a little bit, and I didn't grow up, but I was listening to him over the last couple summers. I don't know why I still feel like a child. I'm in my mid-20s right now.
That's because you have fun. You have like you have the energy of fun, and that usually comes across with kids. They have lots of fun. So and maybe it's in comparison, but anyway.
True. But yeah, not true. So, but anyways, I had a picture with this guy. Because we took a picture and we took like had these videos I thought it was cool, and I'm looking at my friend like, hey bro, do you think I should post this? Like, you know, like you think it's cool? He's like, yeah, post it. I posted it, and then the artist saw it. He just saw it. He didn't like it. He didn't nothing. In my head, I'm like, damn, I don't think he likes me. Like, fuck. Like, why did I post it? And he was like, bro, don't worry about it. I was like, nah, I don't know, bro. I feel whack. I kind of want to delete it. 2 days later, he calls me on the phone. He's like, hey man, when's the next time we're locking in the studio? I was like, damn. And my homie was like, told you, bro, you just overthink it. So that's like a perfect example right there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's because people don't show love and appreciation the same way as all of us. So like what we hold to be valuable to us may not be valuable to them. So like obviously to that artist, like a like or a comment is like, number one, anyone does that. So it might mean nothing to them. Like it's like, I saw it, sick, and more impactful if I just call you on the phone and just be like, hey, let's keep working together.
Yeah, no, for real. You're not lying. Because it's right. Because it's funny, ever since I moved to LA, I've always been like a very expressive person. I'll tell my friends, like when I got off the phone, I don't care how much of a grown ass man you are. I'll be like, I love you, bro. And like I know they be feeling weird. I know they feel weird.
Don't worry, I do the same thing. Yeah.
But it's funny, and I actually had a few people be like, "Hey, bro, like I like it's weird. Like I swear they made it. It's not that they made it weird. Be like, hey, bro, I want to let you know, bro. Like I love you too, bro. It's weird. It's weird for me to express love like that. Like I never told a homie that. And I was like, nah, bro, you good. I was like, you my homie. I love you, dog. Like I fuck with you, and that's how I feel. So it's been funny seeing the shift from Arizona to here. Because I feel it's just completely different. Everybody here is so just has this guard. And I'm just like, man, why we got the guard for? Like, I want to make the friends. I want to meet people that I know just fuck with me and are the same as me. Because I'm like, that's the people I want to be around. Yeah. I don't like the actors and stuff. So
you want to say I love you casually. Like you want to be like, I love you, man. Anyway, I'll see you later. Like you want to have like that level of like, you can just throw it out. You don't have to sit down and be like, Alexcis, let me tell you how much you like. No, you don't have to do that. Just you say I love you, and that's it. We know, like that's all you got to do.
No, for real. Like I feel that it's like my dad. Like I kiss my dad on the cheek still. Like and I know like I've done it in front of some people, and I know my friends looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm just like, this is my dad, bro. Like what the fuck? Like I'm gonna kiss my dad on the cheek. That's my like I'm showing affection to my dad. Like I love that fool. That fool raised me. Like. It's my father. I'm not fucking kissing him on the lips and shit. Like that's, don't make it fucking weird, guys. Like, don't make it weird.
Yeah, no, that is weird. But I'm the same. I do it with my brothers. Like we give a hug, like a kiss on the cheek. It's like but To me,
Exactly.
it's like, do you know what it is? I think it's the foreigner. That's like, I've got Eastern European heritage. So that's like the way people greet each other. It's like you do hugs and you kiss on the cheek, and that's the way. And then I see other people, it's like, what do you do to your dad? Do you give your dad a handshake? Like, how do you not hug like, it makes that it's so impersonal. I handshake people that I meet for the first time. How would I have the exact same greeting to people that I love?
True. Yeah, bro. I feel you. And then there's a thing here too, like when you shake someone's hand, like they do the thingy and like that. And that's cool. But sometimes I'll do it with somebody and they're like stay stiff. And I'm like, because I'm trying to lean in and do that. And I swear, I just did it the other day. I was like, bro, we're gonna do that again. Don't do me like that, bro. Like, come in, bro. What do you think this is? Like, it's okay, bro. I know you're hard. I know you're hard. You're cool. You're cool. Don't worry. I'm like, what? Like, what? Yeah, man. It's a funny shift, and I think especially being Mexican too for me too, because or maybe it's just my family in general, but I feel like we all like we all get together, we cry together, we get drunk and fucking sing songs loud as fuck. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Do you feel the difference being Mexican in like industry circles? Like, do you feel the profound, like, do you ever just be like, oh, I'm different, or like what's the feeling like?
Uh, I think I think people I think people in I think in America, I'm just speaking in the US, right? Because I think in all over the world, like it's different. I think it's different, but in the United States specifically, I think people just think of Mexicans and they think of just like cholo dudes, and they think of lowriders, or they think of the gardener, or they think of soccer. Yeah, that's
Yeah, the
I think
stereotypes.
yeah, the stereotypes. And I don't think they realize, like, dude, if you were to close your eyes and you talk to me, you'd probably thought I was just some white kid from a suburban area, if I'm being honest. But no, I just happen to look brown. I have tats on my face. That's my doing. But no, so I
Wait, hold
think
on, you weren't born with them?
no, I thought they were birthmarks too, bro. That's funny. But no, so yeah, I think just being a Mexican is definitely tough because I think people just think of us as a certain way. And luckily, I think now the barrier's starting to break a little bit because we have Mexican OT, we have the Cuco guy. We just have a lot of people that I can't name off the bat. And yeah, I just think it's starting to create awareness to show like, no, bro, like Mexicans, we're cool too. Like we're just the same as everyone else. I just feel we haven't got representation the way we want it. Like I'm yet to see a regular Mexican like actor like in like a regular role. You know what I mean? Like just throw a Mexican in there as the friend. Just throw him in as the friend, the everyday friend, not the fucking cholo friend, not the fucking that I fucking know. Just the I don't know. Just not a stereotype. We're normal. But now it's cool because I've seen the shift of like out of nowhere a lot of Indian people like are having shows like Aziz and stuff like that, and they're having like movies and stuff, which is cool. So they're getting their representation. I've seen a lot. There's been a lot of Asian movies coming out. So the Asian community is getting their representation. Like there's like Crazy Rich Asians. There's The Warrior. There's a bunch of these. Some of the movies are a little stereotypy, or shows, but at least the Asian community is getting their representation out in the big screen, out in the mainstream world. I feel it's time for Mexicans now. For us, it's our turn. You know what I mean? It's our turn. So
It's really weird because I find it I find it really weird. I want us to be in a place where like we don't have to say things like it's my turn to get our
yeah,
representation, and like,
I
oh, it's
agree.
your, like, it's so weird. Like, I just think like, can't we just make movies with different people and just
Yeah,
like that's like I find it really weird that you would not want that. Like, I don't see how you would not want to have different people on screen. Like,
yeah.
one of my favorite things to do is watch foreign movies because like they make movies so differently. Like,
Mm.
genuinely, every country has its own like flavor and taste, and like the style that they have. It's like, oh shit, I didn't even know you could make a movie like this. Like, the
Yeah.
feeling in it. So like, why would you not want to have that everywhere where you can be like, oh, we can take a bit of this and like, you know, create a movie like that and then add different actors and have different feelings. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird that you would not want that.
Yeah, no, for real. Like that's how I feel. I completely agree with what you're saying. But sadly, that's not, I guess, in the world we live in or where I live in. I don't know. But it's a little sad. I'm gonna take a shot to that.
Yeah. Well, you know, there is a quote, be the change you want to be you want to see in the world. So, hey, it starts with conversations. It starts with like, hey, you're living your dream, man. Like you're doing the thing that you want to do. And that helps pave the way.
No, for real. And I think about that too sometimes. Like, because I'll sit here sometimes, I'm like, damn, because people really like my stuff. People really like my music. This is cool. Oh, shit. Like, and I've noticed a lot of the Mexican community fuck with me too. They'll be like, yo, bro, you're doing it for us. Hell yeah. And what's funny too is like, I don't even want to do it for Mexicans in general. Like, I want to do it for Arizona, like the state I'm from. Because I feel we have no representation. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, you're from Arizona? Like, a lot of people hate on Arizona. I'm like, nah, bro, Arizona's amazing. I fucking love Arizona. It's awesome. It's great, you know?
Why do you think they hate on Arizona?
I don't know, dude. It's honestly, I can't even put my finger on it, but it just sucks. We'll get a lot of people that move from like Chicago or like Atlanta or like Texas or LA to Arizona, and they'll talk about is how it's like, how it sucks there, or how like we copy their style, or how we do this, how we do that. I'm like, guys, why don't you go back then? Like what the hell? Go back to the state, bro. Like, you don't have to stay in this state, but obviously you're here for a reason because it's amazing. That's why, you know. So, I mean, if they want to talk about maybe like where the state of what the music scene's like, go ahead, talk about that, you know. But don't talk about like Arizona as a whole, because Arizona's amazing. I love Arizona. Like, the people there are amazing. I feel like we're just really friendly, nice people there. It's a big melting pot, you know. Literally, when I went to high school, it was literally just different ethnicities everywhere. Like, I had a homie that was Asian. I had a homie that was black. I had a homie that was white. I had a homie that was from the UK. Like, it was cool. When I went to high school here in California, it was just Asian, black, Mexican, and white. That's it. Like, just straightforward. Like, it was not like nothing crazy, you know. So I don't know. Different.
Yeah.
Is it hot over there right now?
No, it's getting colder now. So it's coming into winter.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Maybe I do need to go over there.
You do. Well, it depends if you want to get away from the heat or keep the heat going. So
I like the cold.
Yeah, well then now is the perfect time. Now is like the beginning of our cold season. There's never really snow, so it just gets cold and rainy and windy. But it is pleasant. Like, I will say, it's nice to wake up and like the cold air in your lungs is like, it's nice. And wearing coats and jeans and boots, that shit, I'm all for.
That's what I be telling people. I'm like, bro, I'd rather be cold than hot, because I can layer up when I'm cold. When it's hot, it's like there's only so much layers of clothing I could take off.
All right, let me ask you this, because this is a contentious would you rather. So would you rather be slightly too cold forever or slightly too warm forever?
I'd rather be slightly too cold forever.
See, I thought that too, but being cold actually sucks because you'll never be able to warm up. That's the thing. So
I can't change it with wearing clothing.
No.
Like, oh no, I'd rather be slightly hot then. Never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what. See, I was like you. I was like cold, and then I was like, actually, there's nothing you could do to change it. So I'd always be slightly too warm, but like at least you could survive like that. If you're slightly too cold, it kind of sucks. Like cold hands, when your hands are cold, that's an awful feeling.
Oh, it hurts too when you like hit your hand on something accidentally. Ooh, no, yeah, because I'm slightly hot right now, and I'm surviving. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. I'm like, I don't like that. That's another thing I love about Arizona: central air conditioning. We have like nice ACs. Here, it's little fans in the wall, and I'm like, that don't cut it for me, man.
Wait, really? In California, they don't have central AC?
Oh, they have this little thing right here.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I literally have a fan over here. I have a fan back here. I have another fan in the bathroom. I have a fan in the kitchen. Like, I'm like, bro, it's so fucking hot over here. It gets hot. So, and the thing is too is I think it's where my apartment's located. It's just the sun just likes to beam right inside. So,
Yeah. Well,
you know,
we have like air conditioners in every room.
that's awesome.
Like, yeah, like I got an aircon right here. There it is.
Oh yeah, I need one of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need one of those. Those are amazing. Those are amazing. I like those. I think they might just be like $1,000 or something.
I
But
think they're cheaper than like having a central system. Like they're
yeah,
cheaper just to have it in the room because you don't have to have them all on. So you just have the one that you're in and like. But yeah, in Australia you cannot having no air conditioning is like your life sucks during summer because it just gets so hot. Like it's just so hot some days.
no, for sure, for sure, and especially because I be drinking a lot. I'm already always overheated.
Yeah.
The sun and alcohol is not a great combination. That's what's up, bro. That's cool. I definitely need to go out there now. It's cold out there. I want to go to Ireland really bad, so I'm gonna go to Ireland, then probably Italy, then Australia. I think those are my three. Those are my three.
Funnily enough, Italy is one of my favorite places to go ever.
Oh, wow.
Like it's one of my favorite. And I was in Ireland earlier this year. I went for a few days. And it's actually not bad. Like you have to have Guinness, obviously. Like the Guinness there is the best.
I've never had one.
See, I'm not the biggest fan of Guinness, but Guinness in Ireland slaps. Okay. It hits different.
I heard it's a specific way though that you pour it. That's why. I think that's why I've never tried to indulge in a Guinness yet.
Yeah, because it's a difficult drink to like pour because it takes time. You have to let it sit. So while it's like, because it has to get like fully black. So while it's brown, you can't drink it because it settles. So you have to wait for it to like actually, because they pour it and then they have to wait and then they pour some more into it. There's a whole thing. It fucks bars up completely. When like if you go with a bunch of friends and you're like, we want 12 Guinnesses, they're like, and you have to because they have these Guinnesses sitting there on the bar waiting, and then they have to finish pouring them down. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it's good.
Good thing I just like liquor, tequila and whiskey. That's my thing.
Oh, I can't do tequila.
You can't? Do you like whiskey?
Nah, I'm more of a clear liquid.
Like so you're like a vodka, gin.
Yeah, gin. I'm a fan of gin. I like shotting vodka. Like if I had to choose to shot, it would be vodka shot for sure.
Okay. Ooh, I got the he's thinking about that, my guy. You're a crazy man.
See, I think the same thing. You're just drinking tequila, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, I feel you. Here, let's take a proper shot.
Proper shot. Hey man, proper shot. We're drinking to you. We're drinking to the album. We're drinking to good vibes all around.
And we're drinking to whenever you want to come to the US. I will personally get you an Airbnb, and we will party for a whole weekend.
Well, I tell you what, I'm actually gonna be there. I think I'm gonna be in New York in August/September. I've got a wedding that I'm going down to.
Wow.
So
I love weddings, man. I love love, bro. I fucking love just things like that. It's such a positive environment, such an awesome. It's just dope. It just proves that like people still believe in something. You know what I mean? Like I think that shit is so beautiful. It's beautiful to me. You know, like I think as a Mexican man, or like we don't really push like a traditional like you have to finish high school, you go to college, you meet somebody, you get married, and you have kids. Like that's not, or at least that's what my family pushed. My family's like, can you please just graduate high school? We'll be happy with that. That's that's just what that's what my family pushes. So I think it's just cool when, especially I guess in like just knowing who my friends are and knowing the people I've come across and knowing how women are and all this, like it's just cool to know that some people still believe in traditional love, like still getting married, still just being cool, not sleeping around, and just what be going on. You know what goes on. It's so cheers to your wedding, man.
Cheers to the
real
wedding.
love.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Ooh, that was nice. Wow, that was good. That was good.
But yes, I'll be there. I'll be there in late
Maybe
August, early September.
I have a +1. Can I come?
Well, my girlfriend probably won't be coming with me, so
Ooh, I might be down. That's the type of things I like. Like if you were to really invite me and be like, yo, if you want to come, I really would be the type of like, you know what, I will show up because I like things like that.
can I be honest? It would be the funniest thing to be like, hey, I'm bringing an artist I have never met in person before to your wedding, Dylan. I hope you're happy. Like, I hope you and your wife, you're happy. But this is my +1. He's gonna fuck shit up.
Tell him I'll sing a song too.
All right. You know what?
I'll sing a song. I'll sing a country song, a country love song.
I'll tell you what. I will actually send them your profile. I'll say I spoke to you. He said he's down to come to the wedding. He will sing and perform at the wedding if you invite him, and he'll be my +1.
I'm down. I'm so down. That would be the coolest thing ever. Oh, that means I can actually wear like nice shoes. Hell yeah. I can dress up.
They're also going to be like, Aaron, if he does anything bad, we're going to fuck you up so bad. Like, they're going to be like, you can't let that. But I know, I'll be like, nah, he's cool.
He's cool. They'll love me. Everyone will love me. I'll be friends with everybody. Like, I'm the guy, like it's kind of like you see Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
I'm like that without the crashing. Everyone just love me.
No,
that'd be cool.
That will be cool.
I'm serious too. I'm serious too.
So am I. I am gonna ask him. I genuinely
yeah.
after this, I'm gonna message him and be like, hey Dill, like genuinely, no joke. I have a genuine question to ask you.
That'd be amazing. And then we can clip this from the podcast. Like, just like, hey, bro, just invite me or whatever. And then we'll just go to a recap video. Let's just act at the wedding. We're just taking shots. Shots of vodka.
So, to be honest, there'll be lots of shots. The bride likes tequila. So
okay.
you guys will be able to drink tequila.
Okay, awesome. Hell yeah. Well, no, I want to drink vodka with you. You invited me. We drinking vodka together.
Done.
Boom. What kind of vodka do you like? I don't even know what kind of brands of vodka there are.
Well, I think the best to shot is Belvedere. I think it's the smoothest.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, because there's like Grey Goose, but I think Grey Goose actually doesn't go down that smooth. I think Belvedere is smoother to shot.
Okay. All right. Fucking Belvedere. I'm gonna buy that bottle today, and I'm gonna take shots of that today.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be like, nope, Aaron, no.
I mean, I think I've had vodka before, but like just like the very cheap kind. Like, there's been times where my friends like, hey, bro, you want to drink today? And I'm like, I don't necessarily think about I want to drink today. I just drink in general. So yeah, let's just hang out. I'm like, let's hang out. They'll bring like the cheapest plastic bottle of vodka, and I'm like, bro, what is that? They're like, it's all I could afford. And I was like, bro, let's go buy a real bottle. I'm like,
yeah,
bro,
that shit is trash. Like, that is trash. Like, I can't shot that stuff. Like, at the bar, the house vodka, the Smirnoff, gross, awful.
Even the house tequilas, man. Like, I be getting so mad. I remember I went to the bar not so long ago, and I was like, just give me a tequila soda, Like, all right, and I get, I'm like, oh, what the fuck is this? Like, it's the house tequila, and I was like, I don't want this shit, bro. I was like, go give me like something. Give me, I don't know what Casamigos, dude. I don't even personally like Casamigos. I'm more of like a Lalo guy, or like Espolón. I like Espolón. That's cool.
Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm not drinking the right tequila.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Well, maybe. Do you drink Reposado or Blanco?
To be honest, I just don't drink tequila because the last time I had too much tequila one night, so I drank a bottle of what was it? 2100 or 5100 or whatever. 1800 tequila, coconut tequila. I was like 20, or I was like going through a breakup or whatever, and she was coming to the party, and I was like, I'm into tequila, and I just had the bottle, and I was so fucked. The hangover the next day was insane. Like my brain was broken. Like it was so bad. I had to be carried home. I'm not the smallest guy. Took my friends, like I lived like 20-minute walk from my other friend's house. It took them an hour to get me home. Like it was, yeah, I was a mess.
I would have put you in a wagon.
I think they should have.
That's funny. Luckily, I think it's only been twice where I've had to carry somebody because of how drunk they were. Luckily, one of the guys I was able to just put on my shoulder. But this other guy, it took like 7 of us just to even lift him up. Like it was crazy. I was like, wow. I hope this guy never drinks again. But
how are you when you drink? Are you just more you? I feel like that's the person you would be. It's just like just you with less filter.
Yeah, I think money and alcohol really is just, it brings out the real you. You know what I mean? Me, yeah, I'm just me, no filter. I might stumble my words a little bit. I might say something without thinking a little quicker. But yeah, I'm myself, and I think my tolerance is pretty high. I feel like I can drink a lot because I have this theory. It's just a theory. Maybe one day I can test it out. But I have a feeling like if you're having a conversation with someone and you're drinking, you're using your mind still. So like you'll be okay, you'll be fine. But it's the minute you start drinking, you're just dancing or you're partying or you're smoking and like you're just doing like thoughtless things and mindless things. There we go. That's when you start blacking out, and that's when you start. That's because I remember. I think I'm not like the proudest of this story, but I was in high school. High school love, and I was really heartbroken over this girl, and here I am, 17 years old. I didn't break into it because it's not locked, but I grabbed a bottle, like a full bottle of tequila from my parents' liquor cabinet. And here I am listening to the same song, like the same sad song of all time. Like not of all time, but to me it was like the saddest song of all time. It was going back to the corner where I first saw you, gonna camp in my sleeping bag. I'm not, I just had that shit on repeat, bro. And I remember just drinking this whole bottle to myself in like maybe an hour and a half.
That is quick.
Yeah, bro. And tell me why. She lived 6 miles away. It's funny because you know what miles are, right? Like,
yeah. It's like 2.1 kilometers. Something, I don't know. It's whatever. It's
far as fuck. It's far. it's low key far to walk. So why did my drunk ass at 17 years old, sad as hell, I put on my earphones. I grabbed my little brother's little scooter. Like I'm just like just going like this. I scooter 6 miles, bro, to her house, and I just knock on her window. She just opens it. She's like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm just like, "I love you, blah blah blah." And she's like, "Leave." And then I like just the saddest. I walked the scooter home. The saddest thing ever. Like, and the thing is, I had school the next day. I had to be up at like 6 a.m, and this was probably like 1 a.m. So, and it probably took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to even walk home. And so I'm just like, just the saddest with like listening to the script. And I was like, damn, crazy story.
Man,
damn,
you would have been, man, growing up with you would have been so fun.
Bro, I think it was me and my friends. Honestly, I can happily say that, like things you saw in movies is really things that me and my friends did. Like, I remember the first time I ever got drunk, it was me and my 2 friends, and it was, my parents are very strict. I was like, hey, Dad, like, can I go hang out with my friends? Like, can I spend the night? Like, and my dad would be like, why do you want to spend the night for? That's weird. Because he's one of those guys. And I'm like, bro, this is my friends. Want to stay up late, play video games, blah, 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 blah. Little, like, and then he's like, all right, for sure. Finally, for the first time ever, I get to, like, hang out with my friends all night. We ended up buying a 30-pack of beer. The nastiest beer ever. Luckily, somebody bought it for us. And we ended up drinking a 5-hour energy drink, each of us. So that, to start with, we just have all the energy in the world. And we just go on a, like, we start drinking at the bus stop. And then we hop on the bus. We go somewhere. We're drinking. We end up on this basketball court. I chip my tooth, like all kinds of shit. Next thing you know, we hop on the bus again, still drinking, like, you know, and mind that we look like little kids. Like, we look like little kids, but, you know, we have it in the backpack. We're drinking. We end up at a friend's house, and we're like rapping and stuff, like random stuff. From there, like the friends, one of my friends, like older sister was like, hey, do you guys want to go hang out with me and my friends? Like, because she probably sees like we're just drunk and we're probably their entertainment. It's like, yeah, cool. So we're hanging out with like these older people. Like, they probably weren't older, but they're like 21, 22 years old. And we're barely 17, 16 years old. So that became a thing. And then I remember like someone got in a fight. Cops came. We ended up having to like jump the fence. It was like the craziest story ever. That was my first time getting drunk. And I just remember waking up on a field with my friend, and I'm just like, bro, what the fuck just happened? He's like, I don't know. He's like, but we need some Sprite. And I was like, let's go get Sprite. So we just wheeled our way to McDonald's to just drink Sprite. And it was like the best thing ever. Yeah, that was one of the times. That was one of the times.
That's unreal. Do you know what I still can't get over the fact that you scooted to that girl and she was rude enough to be like, leave. She didn't take into account how far you went. Like, I'm just still personally getting over that. Like, that is a trek and a half. She didn't even offer to be like, hey, can I get you to like drive you home or something? Like, she was just like,
can I get you some water or something?
Yeah, like, do you need to go use the bathroom or whatever? Like, do you want to talk for 2 minutes as opposed to like,
I don't know. I think she came outside to be like, you have to leave. But yeah, well, at the time too, I think she was like, she started dating someone else, so it was like a thing. You know, it's just high school bullshit. Bullshit. But yeah, man, it was a interesting time in my life. That was a funny time. I wish. At least I know I'll do anything for love, you know?
Yeah.
My life is a movie, bro. I'll be doing hella crazy shit. I'll be doing random shit. So, you know, I like it. Like, I remember just like a year ago, I think I went to somebody's house and we're there and fucking G-Eazy's there. And I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? And then we're just chop it up. Like, I feel like that's been my life. Just random little cool things have always just happened, you know? So those are the cool times.
Yeah. Do you get overwhelmed when you see like surprise, like people like that? Or are you just, because I feel like you wouldn't. I feel like it'd be like, well, this is cool. But then when you talk to them, you're just fine.
It's only been 3 times where like I've been nervous. One of them was Usher. So I remember going to someone's house to listen to their album, and somebody walked into like, and we're in their theater room. We're in their theater room, and they're playing us the album. And you know, it's pitch black. These little cool effects on the wall are happening. And I'm like, oh, this is a dope album. And someone walks in and like shakes everyone's hand up, like, so you could see the figure, but you don't see who they are. And they shake everyone's hands, so you shake hands. Finally, the album's over. They turn the lights on. I look, I'm like, holy shit, it's Usher. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, and I start laughing and then the first thing I do is look down, because when we entered the guy's house, the artist's house, we had to take off our shoes, and I had probably the crustiest, dirtiest socks of all time. So I'm just walking, bro. I'm just there, and then like, so I just look at Usher. I'm like, holy shit, it's Usher. And I look down. I'm like, oh my god. I wish I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then I just remember where we go into the living room kitchen area, and we're talking, and he starts talking about Game of Thrones, because this is around when Game of Thrones just barely ended. So we're talking about when Game of Thrones ends, and he's like, and he looks at me, he's like, so what did you think of the ending? And I'm like, I like Breaking Bad. Like, that's what I said. And then yeah, so he was like, oh yeah, I like Breaking Bad too. And then so that was one of the times. And then the second time was I was with Tory Lanez, because I fucking love Tory Lanez. Like, that's to me one of the greatest artists ever. And I'm in his studio. I'm actually in a session, and he just looks at me and asks me something, and I just remember just like be like this, like. And then he's like, and then he repeats it, and I'm like, it's just one of those things where you can kind of faintly hear it, but you're just like, wait, he's talking to me? What the fuck? Like, and I remember my friend, he's like, bro, he's talking to you, and I was like, I told him, I was like, bro, I'm so sorry, bro. Like, I'm like your biggest fucking fan. Like, I'm sorry. And he laughs. He's like, you're good, dude. You're good. And I was like, all right, cool. So yeah, bro, it's those moments have definitely happened, but there's been other moments where it's been cool. Luckily they're just as cool as me, and it's been cool. And luckily I'm a little under the influence, so it helps. It helps. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just love like you were sitting next to Usher, but you didn't know it. There's something really cool about that, to be like, oh, like you didn't know who you said hello to.
Yo, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest moments ever. It's crazy to say those things though. Like saying that out loud to me is like, I don't want to look like one of those guys or come across as those guys that like are cop chasers or nothing. But I'm like, no, that's a real experience to me that I think is awesome. You know what I mean? Because
1,000% is awesome.
Yeah, because I don't know how far this music will take me. I'm hoping that it takes me to a whole nother level. Next time we do this, I hope that we could we're doing it in person and in one of my rooms or something. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? It could take me there. But if it doesn't, like, I'm glad to say I had all these cool experiences. I can share with my kid one day. Like, bro, I have a song with T-Pain, and they're gonna be like, "Who's T-Pain?" And I'll be like,
yeah.
If you only knew.
T-Pain, Snow the Product, Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, it's great. And Wiz Khalifa's the other guy where I kind of froze up a little bit, because to me, Wiz Khalifa was the coolest guy when I was in high school. Like we were drinking gin and orange juice. I was wearing Converse. I had a camo cargo shorts. I had a little blonde patch. You know what I mean? Like. It was that, and I told him, I was like, bro, you're the reason why I was wearing Chucks and cargo. It was like, he's like, and he was just the coolest. He just looked at me, he said, I know. And it's cool too, because I'll come across him here and there, like I'll run into him, and he always shakes me up. He remembers who I am, and I think that's just like the coolest thing ever. Like to me, I'm like, fuck it, I don't fuck $1 million, fuck $2 million, like somebody I grew up listening to and I have this respect for, like just knows who I am. That's all that matters. But little do they know, like people know, like I have a song with this guy. Hella cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel the same way. There are people that I've interviewed that I'm like, number one, how the fuck did you say yes to this? Like, why did you say yes to this? And then number two, like I listened to you so long ago. Like I've known your name before I started podcasting. Like I got to interview Cuban Link, who is Big Pun's best friend. Big Pun was my favorite rapper of all time. I got to interview him twice, and I was like, this is like just amazing that I get to talk to you and ask you questions about your life. And like Cuban Link isn't the biggest rapper of all time, but like to me it was like, what the hell? Like this is so weird. I got to interview Master Ace, which was unbelievable. Like all these like legends, and I was like, insane.
I just realized too, one of my friends, Chris Rivers, his dad is fucking Big Pun.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to interview Chris Rivers. I've actually reached out to him.
Oh, I'll set it up. I'll make it happen.
That'd be awesome.
Easy. Yeah. One of my friends, George, I remember I was hanging out with Chris Rivers, Oswin, and Denzel Porter, and I'm just there chilling. And next thing you know, like he just said something. I was like, "Wait, your dad is Big Pun? What?" And then my friend looks at me. He said, "You didn't know that? You knew that?" And I said, "I didn't know that. What the fuck?" Like,
yeah.
So
which
crazy.
Is wild to think about. Like,
and he's cool. He's a massive human, as in like his arms are like the fucking size of my torso.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Rivers' his fucking forearms are the size of my torso. And what's crazy is he's vegan. Like he's a vegan guy, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's why I feel like he'd be such an interesting dude to talk to. Like just all of his experience, and then like having a father who is like synonymous with hip hop, and then like having that, he's obviously been gone for a long period of time, and then finding his own path would be super fast. That's what I find fascinating about Chris.
Yeah, no, for real. Because Chris definitely like I think he's from just knowing him, you know, or meeting him too, and only hanging out with him a few times. He's fucking he's himself, which is cool. Like you would think, oh, it's Big Pun's son, like he would be this very cool guy. No, he's just he is a cool guy, but he's like a cool guy where it's like, damn, this guy just knows a lot of things about everything. He's very like he's non-judgmental. He's very open to things, you know, like not standoffish at all, not too cool for school. You know what I mean? So he's Chris is a dope guy. Dope guy, that guy. But yeah, we definitely got to set that up.
Yeah. Well, first we got to set up the wedding. That's the first thing.
Well, does Chris still live? Does he still live in New York? Because I mean, we might hit the dump. I meet you at the wedding, and then we just link up and meet up with Chris. That'd be cool.
That would be very cool. Because I think I did this last time. Last time I went to New York, I was talking to a DJ, Bijou. He's big in house, and he invited me to the NFL. First NFL game I ever went to in my life was in Buffalo. We went to a Buffalo home game.
Yeah.
It was unreal. It was amazing. And I was like, his name's Ben, and I was like, you made one of my dreams come true. Like, this is unbelievable. So I'm a big believer in if you put it out in the universe, things will happen. That's why we talked about Rhea Ripley. That'll happen one day. I
hope so. My girlfriend gets so jealous. Like she that's your girlfriend on TV. I'm like, dude, she has a husband. Like it's just her character. It's okay, you know. And and I have to play it off like she's like, why do you even like her so much? I'm like, because she's aggressive and she'll beat people up. Yeah. But in reality, in my head, I'm like, she's so fucking hot, dude. That's funny as fuck.
Do you know why she's jealous? Is because unlike most people in life, you actually have a chance of meeting her.
Bro, that's what I've been thinking, and I just actually failed to realize that. Like I failed to realize that for the longest time, and that just came into my mind. Like I want to say 2 months ago, because we were talking about something, and we talked about. She's like, you never get jealous. Like, and I was like, why would I get jealous? Like, I'm fucking awesome. Like, I'm cool. Like, what? You're gonna go you're gonna go get some other guy that fucking sucks. Like, he's probably insecure in himself and doesn't even know who he is, and blah blah blah. You know. Like, that's just how I think. And I'm just like, I'm just cool. Like, and also, I'm also like, yo, maybe I'm not for you. You know, maybe that's what it is. But then I remember I made a slight little comment about something. And then she was like, and then she told me, she's like, well, you might meet her one day or something or blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wow, you're so right. I hope I do meet her.
Yeah. Can I be honest? Most people don't have stories about how they had a conversation with G-Eazy and Usher and Wiz Khalifa and Tory. Like, most people, that's not that they can't pull anecdotes like that. Like, that's a level of, and it's funny because you don't even realize that, which is why you're so likable. It's like, to you, it's like, I'm just living, like, this is normal. This is my normal. Yeah, and like, so I'm just telling you what it is. But like, no, it's a small percentage of the population ever who would even able to have like a conversation that, hey, I spoke about Game of Thrones with Usher.
Oh, I tried to speak about Game of Thrones.
Right. And then you moved to Breaking Bad.
It was cool. Yeah, bro. Like, yeah, you're so right, dude. I have to also, one of my managers tells me, he's like, bro, like, I hope, like, we're actually, he was talking about today, which is my listening party. He's like, I really want you to soak it all in, and you see all the people that came to support you today. Like, I want you to realize, like, you're the guy. Like, people believing you. Like, a lot of people some of the people that are here just want to attach themselves to you and this and that. And in my head, like, no, they don't. They really like me, you know? Like, but that's just how I feel. And I have to get over that too, where it's like, nah, I am that guy, you know? I am that guy. But I don't know why. I just never feel like I am. I feel like I always in my head, I feel like I could do more, or I need to do more before I even think I'm there. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right, dude. Fucking, I have these stories that to me I think are just crazy stories, but in reality, it's just my life. Wild.
You know, it's kind of better that you don't perceive yourself as the guy, even though you could. I think that makes you more down to earth. I think it keeps you like a person. I think there is always a turning point for some people where like they start believing that they're the guy or the girl or the person, and then they lose touch with what it's like to be human and a person in just the world. And I think that's like always a weird place to be in, especially as an artist, because art, you're the drunk guy, but you're also the guy who lives, and you're the guy who's like, I kind of like being and living like a person, because those are the things that are cool to sing about and cool to write about and cool to talk about. Like that's actually what it is, as opposed to like, if you're out of touch, it's pretty difficult to do.
Yeah, no, it's for real. Like, and how do I say it? Like, I think I don't want to become like a Future or like a Drake, like lyric wise. I feel these guys talk about things that I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And I feel like no one knows what they're really talking about, but it sounds cool. And some people just aspire to want that. To me, I'm like, I like listening to things that I can relate to, you know? So that's why when it comes to Future and like Drake, I think they're fucking amazing. They're dope. But I just can't relate to it because I don't know what it's going to the Baba and the Sing and short rigatoni with the pesto in Italy and this. Like, I don't know that because I've never experienced that. But I know what it's like to be drunk in a car. I know what it's like to be heartbroken. You know, I know this, and that. And so, yeah, I feel you. I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. 10 toes. Got to keep it 10 toes.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why Taylor Swift is so big, is because her music stays relatable. Like when I look at her, it's like her fan base loves her because it feels like they can always find something within their life within her music. And there's something to be said about that. Like when she came to Australia, it was fucked, man. Like it was fucked. Like when I say people stopped working, people just went to the shows, like they were obsessed. It was ridiculous. Like they bought all their shit. Like everyone was talking about it. It was on the radio, it was on TV. I've never seen that happen, but that's because the fans are genuinely like, you mean a lot to me. Like and there's something about that representation of like, you get me, that creates a fan for life.
Yeah, that's wild. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, Taylor Swift is huge. I actually love a lot of her songs too. She's dope, bro. You could definitely relate. What song is it like? He wears short shorts, I wear t-shirts. He's like blah blah. That's my shit. No. But even like honestly, her old shit, like Teardrops on My Guitar, one of my favorite songs. Even I know Romeo and Juliet was probably one of her biggest shit, but even that shit is fire too. Like
I love that song. I love Romeo and Juliet. It's so like, I don't know, the feeling in it is good. So someone asked me, there was like, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song? I don't know many songs in general off by heart. Like I just forget the names all the time. And I was like, Bad Blood. And it upset them so much. It was the only one that came to my head. They were like, you can't say that. And I was
that's a pop mainstream one.
Yeah, like, I knew it would piss them off.
She has a song called Mr. Perfect Face that I think is so amazing just because of the writing. Like Mr. Perfect Face, Mr. Pretty Eyes and Perfect, dun, dun, Mr. Da 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 da. And then she turns it into negative, like, but I'll always do it. I don't know. I don't remember the words, but for some reason I can't remember any words of any song nowadays unless it's country. Even though she is country, but she's like pop country. I love country music. That's what I listen to a lot right now. Like Morgan Wallen, Zach Bryan, Luke Combs, Jelly Roll. Like that's a lot of things I listen to right now. Yeah, and which is fucking with like another crazy thing to say. Like Jelly Roll is one of the biggest fucking country artists of fucking like right now. And to say that on Saturday I'm probably gonna go hang out with them at Country Thunder, like a festival, like be backstage with them is fucking crazy. Like you know what I mean? Like what the fuck? That shit's cool.
Yeah. That shit is beyond cool, man. Like, yeah. I feel
you made me realize a lot. You made me realize a lot.
Yeah. Well, do you know what is cool to me is like, it feels like usually my interviews, it takes like 5-10 minutes to like feel each other out a little bit, to like know the rules of like, okay, I know where this is going. It's kind of like that. And I have not felt that at all with you. It was like, from the moment you came on, it was like, we were friends. And honestly, this conversation is just like two friends talking. Yeah, that's what it's felt like the whole time.
That's how it should be, man. Like, I just don't like the idea of just me. I think that's also what creates a good podcast too, is where people are just having conversations. I hate the whole like, sure, here and there we'll ask each other a question, boom, boom, boom. But I just hate the whole like, so how'd you do this? Oh, why'd you do that? Where did you do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just hate that. Like, I just love the realness of shit, and that's just how it should be. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why, like, I mean, that's why I also agree to do it, because I was peeping your stuff, and I was like, all right, this feels cool. He has different type of people too. You know what I mean? Like, I try to avoid the the clout chasey type of podcasts, like the ones where all they care about is just like the cool things. You know what I mean? Like the host really doesn't have any substance. I'm being honest, you know, like I want this, like, you know, the host should always, I feel, be a person of their own. Like they should, like, I feel like I like being on podcasts where if they didn't have a guest, they could just have a podcast on their own. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it would be insane me talking for, I don't know what the fuck I would talk about for an hour and a half, but
I feel you'd figure it out though. I feel you could figure it out because you gave me that vibe. You gave me that vibe. I was like, this feels cool. I was like, I'll do it. I'll do it. You know, especially like I wasn't even gonna do anything today too. And I was just like, nah, I have time today. I'm just going to rest at home anyway, so why not? Honestly,
I appreciate it.
No, that's cool as fuck. Yeah, bro, you're cool. I fuck with you, dude. I don't think our friendship is going to be complete until I have one of those shirts, though.
Well, we can set that up for you, man.
Yes, hell yeah. You know what? If I ended up going to the wedding, which I hope it happens, I hope Dylan approves, I'm going to get a blazer with your face on the back.
Let's do this. What's your message to Dylan? I will clip it and I will be like, this is his pitch to you, Dylan.
I'm gonna audition.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll be like, look, Dylan, I really want to go to New York with my boy. I want to take vodka shots. I want to take tequila shots. I want to celebrate love. I want to celebrate your union of becoming one with your significant other. And also, I want to meet my new good friend from Australia. He's coming from Australia. I'm coming from LA. And also, I want to perform a song. It might not be this song, but I have abilities, bro. Watch, like, ready to be like, her day starts with a coffee and ends with a wine. Takes forever getting ready, so she's never on time for anything.
That was fucking good, Dylan.
When it was like, when she gets there, come get me. Look in her eye, it kind of scares me. The way that she drives me wild. And she drives me wild. That's country. I don't even see country.
That was good, Dylan. If that doesn't, you know what? If this doesn't, I'm going to be so pissed off at them if they don't let this happen. Yeah, I know it's your wedding day, but also, like, this is my gift. Like, this will be my gift.
That shit, bro. Hey, I'm excited. I'm hyped. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna
happen.
We're taking a shot to it happening. We're taking a shot to it happen.
Well, while you take a shot, man, I've only got one more question for you. But I didn't ask you many questions because it was very conversational. Some people miss that like when we're talking, some people are like, what was the question? I was like,
it's in there.
It's in there. But if you had to recommend one album that anybody should listen to at least once, cannot be your own, can be any genre of music, what would it be?
Shit. I think, fuck, that's a good ass question. Wow. I think it'd have to be yeah. Let me look at my albums real quick. I feel like I can't bullshit this one because I feel like there's a lot of albums. Like I want to go Good Kid, Mad City, but nah, I don't feel like that speaks how I wanted to speak. You know what? A Brief Nirvana by Kamari is amazing, but I can't do that. You know what? I think we're going to do. Let me see here. Let me make sure I get the album correctly. I think it should be Dangerous by Morgan Wallen. Amazing album.
There you go. Dangerous by Morgan Wallen. Amazing album. Another amazing album is coming out. It's going to be out right now. So make sure you run to it. Who can I run to? As we said, you can run to Alexcis. Man, it's been so much fun having you on the show. We're definitely going to have to do it again, whether you come out here or I go out there to do it and we do this in person, man. Yeah, it was unreal.
Hopefully by then I have like a nice thick beard also.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think mine's looking pretty good. I go to the barber every 2 weeks.
Looking beard, bro. That's a good looking fucking beard. I
Yeah.
was I was looking like, damn, how I get one of those? How I get one of those?
Well, to be fair, I haven't been clean shaven in what is it, close to 5 years, I reckon. I haven't been I haven't like I had a really big beard. Over COVID, it was massive. I looked so fucking stupid.
I look like Dumbledore.
No, I honestly my grandmother, my babushka, she was like, "You look like a rabbi." That's what she said.
That's hilarious.
So that's what she said. But yeah, and then I scaled it back and I was like, okay, this is more of like a reasonable length where I don't look insanely old. Like I was yeah, it was so dumb.
Rabbi Aaron.
Rabbi. Yeah, it has a ring to it, but it's not the career path I want to go down.
Well, at least we know that when you hang up the podcast boots or you hang the podcast headphones, you know, there's a career in and I don't know what the
I think
career
it's
is.
like rabbinical studies is how you would. Yeah.
I was trying to, bro. I'm for the life of me, I was like, wow, I am truly stumped here. I don't know what the word is. But yeah,
What
School Front 2 about to be out when this is out. Me and my boy Austin, best of friends now. We're gonna have a vlog in New York at a wedding. He's gonna be Owen Wilson. I'm gonna be Vince Vaughn. We're gonna recreate Wedding Crashers.
It's going to be unreal. Dylan, you heard it here. Alexis and Aaron, the couple, the combo made in heaven. You're bringing the vibes. I'm bringing the Aussie vibes. I'm excited for the wedding. I was excited before. I'm going to be excited now. But yeah,
Before we stop this, do people really be doing shoeies? Like, is that like a common thing?
I think bogans do shoeies.
What is a bogan?
A bogan is the Aussie redneck.
Oh, that's fire. Okay, cool. All
Like
right.
I've never done a shoey. Like I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I would definitely never do a shoey from someone else's shoes. I'd only
I
do
don't
it from
think, I
my
don't
own.
think I don't think a shoey is needed. You know, that's why I was just asking because I was like, that's kind of gross. I don't think I want to drink from where I step.
Some people do it, but I have never felt inclined to do a shoey. But who knows? Who knows? Never say never. Might be
Hey,
surprised.
enough vodka shots. Who knows?
Yeah, you might be like, I'm around Australians. I have to do a shoey.
Joe, my God. Yes, sir. This was fun. I really enjoyed this. Probably one of my favorite podcasts that I've done. I like this.
Well, my pleasure, man. As I said, appreciate you coming through. Please make sure you check out his album, show him some love. And man, yeah, I can't wait to do this again.
Yes, sir. Hell yeah.